Hey guys, this is a story from when I was just a wee lad, first learning how to do my telecommunications job. I showed up to a house right next to our local Costco and a meth trailer from downtown. Don't worry about that part. I'm speaking with the customer, and I'm like, there's no worries, sir. Today we're going to get you service. I have to do all the main talking points because I no longer have a trainer with me. In reality, I did have a trainer. My technical trainer was out with me doing a competency test, just testing to make sure I can actually do my job, without breaking down doors, cussing, and beating the meat off of customers and stuff like that. But today was going to be fun because it was my first test to see if I could work well on our aerial lines. See, not everywhere in our plant has nice little places where the cables are all buried underground. Some of them, unfortunately, are on the telephone poles. So we have to get out our big old dumb extension ladders and climb up these bitches to run some cable line. Ignore how this is all electrical line. I just needed something to do the visual. But unfortunately for me, this guy hadn't had service set up at this house for a while, so it didn't already have a line strung up for me, and it made me really sad. So part of what we do, we put a little bonding point right on the home itself, and then we run our cable line. I had an issue of, hey, I can't make it all the way over here because if you'll see, the big dumb stupid garage shed is in the way. We have it as one of our guiding rules. You can't have our drops laying on top of, roofs, garages, shingles, places where anything can get on top of it and damage the line and or accidentally rip apart somebody's shingles off their roofs. It has happened before. So I had to do what we called a mid-span. We hang from one originating point to a bonding area somewhere. Pretend this pole is not really a pole. Think of it as just a bonding point. I need it for the example. But we just attach a metal hook that'll catch our little hangers, and then we can hang a brand new line. Per example, like that, and from that to that. See, just like that. There was one really big issue that I ran into, though, and this was a bit of a tiring job, all because of one thing. This was actually an entirely fenced in backyard. There was no access into this backyard. There's not enough space for me to get my ladder up here because it's just more fucking fencing in the way. And it sucked. I had to drive 4 blocks to get around to the section that finally has the fucking strip of homes back here to then swing up my ladder onto my little dumb strand in order to hang my line. And I finally get it all going. I hang from here to this point. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. From there to there. See? And then I was gonna hang it to here. Now, we already demonstrated that it can reach, but pretend you didn't see that. I'm here on my little step ladder at the house, and I'm pulling on the line, and my trainer is just staring at me as I'm about to commit a cardinal sin. I pulled enough line to where I could get it strung up on my little hook and hanger up here, and I cut it without double checking my measurements. And by the time I cut it, my trainer's eyes go wide, and then she starts smiling at me, and I'm confused. Normally, she doesn't smile at you if you're doing things right. She's normally indifferent because I'm expected to know how to do my job. I make the mistake of cutting the line, and it is too short to get down to where my house box needs to be. Meaning that all that work I just did was absolutely useless. I was only about a foot short to make it inside the house box. Now my dumbass is going to have to do the entire routine of driving all the way around the 4 blocks, get to the backyard of this home, string up my ladder, and run an entirely new batch of cable. and I'm sweating bullets. It is a summer sunny day at a cool, crisp 92 degrees, and my trainer isn't having fun, and I'm not having fun, but she keeps smiling at me as I'm slowly but surely losing my shit. This is my first big failure at the job so far, with plenty more to come. But we get it all said and done. She's like, okay, before you panic any more than you already have, look at where you're attaching to and look where you're attaching from. As it turns out, I was originally trying to use this connection point right here, and coincidentally had robbed myself about 2.5 to 3 feet of space if I just, moved the line over a little bit to give myself slack. And I was too caught up panicking to realize if I just looked at my fucking line, it's a bit droopy. So thankfully, with the wise words of my trainer, I just got up, moved my connection point over from here over to here. I was able to string up my brand new line, and then everything was fine and dandy in the world. I got my nice input line ran. It came inside the house, went into the guy's living room because he wanted his modem in there. There, we'll pretend this is the internet. This is how the guy accesses the internet. Everything's all fine and dandy in the world, and I passed the competency test with a friendly reminder of don't cut your fucking line before you string it up, dumbass. Be smart. Thank you.